Hi everyone, and welcome back to my pregnancy vlog where I am currently recapping week 38 of pregnancy. Yes, I am still here, or baby is still in my stomach. 39 weeks today, but I am recapping week 38. So baby, according to the What to Expect app, as I mentioned in last week's video, guess what? It's as big as a melon. This week it is a mini watermelon, and I will give you a quick bump update so you can see that watermelon, well, at least the size of him. Excuse, these jeans are like a little bit big for me, but first time I've worn them since being pregnant, so that's my belly. There we go. Whew, belly button is still an innie. A very flat one, like I said, not even a smiley face this week, it's just flat. So I finally, in case you hadn't noticed, my hair has been done, so I'm happy for the baby to arrive at any time now. I was obviously wanting to wait until my hair was still, not that I have a choice, but I'm happy for the baby to come anytime now because my hair has been done. So feel free whenever you're ready, baby. I am ready, I hope. I did have a midwife appointment today, my 38-week midwife appointment. Everything looks good, baby is engaged. They say that baby can stay engaged for a few weeks apparently, so it's not like anything's going to happen straight away, but it is a good position for baby to be in. Apparently it's more common in first pregnancies, once baby is engaged, that it will stay there. My midwife did say to me, like, it's quite common for second and third pregnancies that baby can get engaged and then kind of pop back out again and keep moving. Obviously it can happen too when in your first pregnancy, but it's apparently less likely. So baby's head is engaged, still the back on my left side, and then all the movement, which is happening right now, on my right side. So it feels like someone's like just, well, it feels like my baby has just got its knuckle and just grinding it against me right now. I don't know whether it's a knee, a bum, a foot, but yeah, lots of big movements on my right side, which is good. I'm still doing all my exercises and my side lying releases, just to try and keep baby in a good position and hope that it stays there for labour. Also, I spoke to my midwife today. In last week's video I mentioned collecting the colostrum, and this week I have to admit I had leaky boobs, only for a day or two, and then it stopped since. I was a bit freaked out about collecting the colostrum. It wasn't something I was going to do, but my midwife gave me some syringes today that I can chuck in the freezer for a few months if needed. Obviously everyone refers to it as liquid gold, and my midwife said it's actually quite good, the colostrum, to heal your nipples. If you've got cracked nipples and things like that, it's really good for that. So I may just keep some, even if I don't use it for the baby. It's really handy to have to assist in healing your nipples once they are all such dry. That's really nicely put. Heartbeat was really good. And we just discussed again, I guess, you know, once I go into labour, what steps to take, just to try and labour at home as long as possible. We did make an appointment for next Friday, so whether I make it or not, we will see. She did mention that I've started using now the clary sage oil. It's an essential oil, do not use it unless you've been advised to. Definitely not under 37 weeks. Because in some circumstances it can bring on labour and cause contractions. Obviously you don't want that before 37 weeks. And there actually is a sign on the side of the bottle stating not to use it if you're pregnant. It doesn't go into detail saying that you can use it after 37 weeks, but it definitely does say not to use it before that. So like I said, speak to your practitioner, whoever's looking after you, do some research. Definitely don't go using it without advice. I've had it on for a couple of nights in my diffuser. I just put 2 drops in for an hour in my bedroom before I go to sleep and do some of my meditation, my hypnobirthing. It's not as nice as the lavender. I still like using the lavender as a bit of an anchor. Lavender smells much nicer, and it's not cheap either. The clary sage oil, I got like a tiny little bottle and it cost about $30. So definitely not cheap. I think the lavender was a lot cheaper. So that's what I'm doing this week. I haven't been drinking as much raspberry leaf tea as I thought I would be. I'm still having 1 to 2 cups a day, whereas I can drink as much as I want now. But I'm just finding I don't have time to sit there and drink the tea. It's funny, I'm on maternity leave Yet I can't understand how I ever had a job because I'm so busy. I'm just like, how did I ever work? I'm keeping so busy, obviously keeping like in touch with people, calling people, getting everything ready. I don't even know what I'm doing. I can't even explain it, but I just feel like time is flying. My mum arrives tomorrow, which is exciting. So hopefully we have a couple of days together, or maybe even a week or two before baby comes, which will be nice, and she can help me get ready and fix my baby brain and remind me of things perhaps. I have been using a lot of to-do lists because I do forget things. So lists are really helpful. As you can see, I'm referring to a list right now to remember what to say. This week I did complete some forms. So in Australia we get paid maternity leave up to about 18 weeks, and then dads get I think 2 weeks. So you have to apply for that. Some companies do it direct through them. I've gone through Centrelink. I did a claim form online. It didn't take too long. I don't think it took longer than maybe half an hour. There was only one question that I thought was a bit silly and stood out to me, and it was, have you ever paid for, or do you see yourself paying for childcare in the future? I get have you ever paid for, because if you've had kids before you can answer that. But as a first time mum, I mean, I don't know if I'll use childcare in the future. So there wasn't a maybe button, it was just yes or no, and I wasn't sure whether it was just like a census question or whether it actually had something to do with the claim. But I just found that question really odd. So my claim is in. You can do it 3 months before baby's due date. So my baby's, I've still got a couple of weeks, but it's good to get that done early. Then they send something back, and I think you just provide them, once the baby's born, you provide them with paperwork showing the birth date, and then your payments will start. So for me, it's just a weight off my mind that I've already filled in the paperwork. If it's delayed a little bit, it doesn't worry me. It's already been done, and I can't imagine filling it all out with a newborn screaming in the background. Not that my newborn will scream, because it's going to be a perfect child, right? I did manage to, I've got a friend who does landscape photography. She wanted to do some bump shots for me, which was lovely of her. She's a really great photographer. So I managed to drag my partner down to do some bump shots at the beach. On the way there, it was peeing down rain. It's my partner's worst nightmare, like being in front of a camera. But he did a really good job. He was a good sport, super awkward. But I think we managed to get some good shots, and was just, excuse me, indigestion still happening. Yeah, so we did that, and I was just happy that he agreed to do them through gritted teeth. Once we get some shots back, I will give you a look at them. If I am back next week, I might not be, I might be in labour, you never know. I did one of my wins for the week though, besides getting my hair done, the fact that baby can come anytime, is that I shaved my legs. So I managed to do that in the shower the other day. Very proud of myself. I'm super tall, so it's a bit of a struggle. Probably should have just paid to get them waxed, and it would have lasted longer, because they'll be hairy again in a couple of days. But still just super proud of myself. So that's a win. That is about it from me this week. Exciting times ahead. Like I said, I'm officially week 39 now, so could happen any time. My sister's put the moz on me though, and she thinks I'll go over. I thought I would go in week 39. That's my prediction. Baby is going to come when baby wants to come. So I did discuss with the midwife today. I can't even remember if I've mentioned it in this video yet, but about the water immersion. I think I am leaning towards the water birth. And I was just worried that my temperature, because like she even saw me sitting there, she goes, "Do you need the fan on?" I was like, that would be great. Because even though it's cooled down a lot here, I always run at a high temperature, as I've mentioned previously. So I was just worried the temperature of the water, I might get too hot and have that horrible lethargic feeling and, be sweating. But we're going to try it. The birth centre has everything kind of set up, so we can have the pool there and I can get in and out as often as I would like. So yeah, that's the plan. As we all know, not everything goes according to plan. But I will let you go. Thank you for watching this week's update, and hopefully, or not hopefully, I might not be, back next week for my week 39 update. We will soon see. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe and like, and I'll see you soon. Thanks guys.